A man was rescued after his small skiff overturned off Tennant's Harbor. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Two people are homeless after a fire in Waterville over the weekend, and a longtime Bangor restaurant is closing for good. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Monday afternoon. A small crowd advisory and a gale warning up along the coast running through Tuesday morning because of active surf here that will be along the coast. We've had an area of low pressure moving through, bringing some snow with it as well, but within the last several hours, we're watching all this tracking out of here now. So this afternoon, we're looking pretty good. Probably some clouds sticking around for a good part of the afternoon, but we'll start to lose some of those clouds as we do move forward. Let's zoom things out and give you the bigger picture though. Area of low pressure located right about in here, start to track off from the west and going toward the east. We'll keep that going throughout the daytime period today, with improvement even more coming up later on tonight. So eventually we'll become partly cloudy later on this evening. In fact, even mostly clear later on tonight, with a lot of sunshine on the way as we head towards your Tuesday, as well as some gusty winds today as well. This is why we do have some gale warnings along the coast. Some winds reaching up to 15 to 20 miles per hour sustained. Gusty winds even up to 30 miles per hour are possible, but the winds will start to back off as we head towards your Tuesday. So for the rest of today, lower 30s, the morning snow showers are gone. We're going to eventually become partly cloudy with a north wind getting up to about 30 miles per hour at times. 1 degree tonight. Going to get cold out there, mostly clear, breezy, and chilly with that north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour at times. Tomorrow, lower 20s, mostly sunny, north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour in some spots, so the winds will start to back off. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, though, showing plenty of clouds. We'll start to lose those clouds later this afternoon with temperatures gradually falling. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. A very close call for a man who wound up in the icy ocean water on Sunday. The Department of Marine Resources says the unidentified man had to be rescued after his small skiff overturned off Tennant's Harbor. Officials say it happened near Northern Island and the man was able to swim to shore. His family called 911 when he failed to return home Sunday afternoon. A nearby resident then heard what sounded like someone calling for help from Northern Island, and that helped rescuers find him. The man was conscious but was very cold and was unable to move when they found him around 5 p.m. He was taken to the nearby Coast Guard vessel and then rushed to the hospital for treatment. Game officials are urging Mainers to be very careful while venturing onto the ice. There have been several incidents around the state. The latest happened Saturday when 5 people fell through some ice in the town of Denmark. The Denmark Fire Department says they responded to the call on Moose Pond Saturday evening when neighbors living on nearby Hummingbird Lane heard screaming in the dark. Officials say a UTV was traveling on the ice when it fell through. They say the water was shallow enough that all 5 people could stand on the roof of the UTV and stand mostly out of the water. Crews had to use dry suits and floating sleds to reach them and bring them back to the shore on a raft. Denmark fire officials say these 5 people are very lucky. They were rescued in a remote area at night.
They were all very cold. They were all extremely grateful. They were very lucky that somebody heard them from shore.
If you do go out on the ice, make sure that you're testing the ice. There are people out ice fishing on Moose Pond, but you really need to be carrying some type of flotation with you. You should be bringing a chisel that you can test the ice as you're going out there.
3 children were among those who were rescued. On Friday, 51-year-old Kevin Howell of Carmel died when he also fell through the ice while walking on Etna Pond with his 4-year-old son. Wardens are reminding everyone to have the right tools when going onto the ice, including ice picks you can use to pull yourself out. You should also check the thickness as you go, because the ice that might be safe in one area is not safe in another. 2 people have been displaced following a house fire Saturday morning in Waterville. According to the Waterville Fire Department, crews arrived at the home on Oakland Street just before 10:30 in the morning. Upon arrival, they discovered heavy fire and smoke showing from the second story of the residence. Although crews were able to contain the fire to a second-floor bedroom, smoke, heat, and water caused significant damage to the rest of the home. The 2 people inside were able to escape prior to the arrival of the fire department. No injuries were reported. Multiple crews responded, and approximately 40 firefighters were on scene. The cause of the fire is under investigation by the State Fire Marshal's office. A man is accused of setting a fire inside of the Bangor Walmart, and he's now facing federal charges. 44-year-old Lucas Landry of Smyrna is facing a felony charge of arson for the blaze set on November 3rd. That fire caused the store to remain closed after about $10 million worth of inventory was destroyed. Authorities say Landry set the fire to cause a distraction while he walked out of the store with a cart full of items. Landry was arraigned on the new federal charge on Friday. The Attorney General's office says a state police detective was justified when he shot and killed a man in Dresden. On July 2nd, police heard a series of gunshots when they arrived at a home to deal with an intoxicated man with a gun. They say 28-year-old Frank Foss Jr. fled by the time they arrived, but they caught up with him on July 23rd at a home in Chelsea. Authorities say Detective Scott Duff opened fire when Foss pointed a gun in his direction. They say Foss then picked up the gun and shot himself in the head. The Attorney General's office ruled that Detective Duff acted in self-defense. A longtime Bangor restaurant, which planned to temporarily close for renovations, is now closing for good. The Ground Round on the Audland Road opened its doors back in 1969. The restaurant and bar has been frequented by families and sports teams over the years. Now, staff and customers alike are saying they're sorry to see it go. We spoke with Alicia DeVoe, a waitress and server at the Ground Round for the past 18 years. She says this is truly the end of an era.
Initially, we were just supposed to close down for about a week because we had some plumbing issues that need to be attended to, and it was supposed to just be a temporary thing, but we found out yesterday that that is not the case. So we are been pushed out the door.
And their food is great. It's really too bad.
It's going to be missed, isn't it?
It's going to be missed by a lot of people. A lot of people. At least a lot of people I know.
The Ground Round reportedly closed for good on Sunday. Those we spoke with say there's a chance it could reopen again as a restaurant, but it will not be a Ground Round. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, more Mainers need help heating their homes. We'll have details when we return.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped who it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save hundreds on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. That could make a real difference to your budget. The savings you could earn by switching to AAA insurance will allow you to do more of what you love and spend more time with those who matter most. Now is a great time to review your auto insurance policy. Our team of qualified agents are here to help you with a free quote. AAA roadside assistance with AAA auto insurance keeps you covered when you're on the road and when you can't get back on it. To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 844-AAA Insurance or visit AAA.com/insurance for your free auto insurance quote today. You'll be glad you did. AAA, we're always with you.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Carpet One, Postal Auto Parts, Greenway Equipment Sales, Katahdin Trust Company, Ray Plumbing and Heating, and Tony Murray's Fairway Auto Sales.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
As temperatures drop, more and more Mainers need help heating their homes, but the agencies that provide that help are struggling to meet the demand. David Ledford has more.
A lot of people are having to make the choice between whether they're going to be able to heat their homes or they're going to put food on their table.
Community action agencies like Penquist Cap and Downey's Community Partners are getting less funding to keep families warm during the colder months, but the demand for heating assistance is high. Officials say applications for the Home Energy Assistance Program are up 8% across the state.
Penquist has taken over 1,400 more new applications this year than we had from last year. We've done almost 9,000 this year.
We're seeing an uptick in application, a decrease in benefit.
According to Maine Housing, the Home Energy Assistance Program received extra state and federal funding for the previous 2 winters, which resulted in a larger benefit for eligible households. However, Maine Housing representatives say that funding has dipped back to pre-pandemic levels, leaving roughly $40 million to be distributed for the year.
Payments are half of what they were from last season. So an average payment from last season was $1,100, and now it's down to $550.
Now agencies are asking for help to make sure everyone stays warm this winter.
And we're getting kind of low on our emergency funds, so now we're working into our discretionary fund. So we're really looking for help.
We all appreciate being warm in our homes each and every night, and we should want that for all of our fellow Mainers.
To learn how you can donate, visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Maine Department of Health and Human Services has faced harsh criticism from lawmakers over what they call a broken and failed child welfare system, including calls to separate the Office of Child and Family Services from DHHS. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with one of the lawmakers leading the charge.
Senator Jeff Timberlake is a member of the Government Oversight Committee, which has been investigating alleged failures and shortcomings of the Maine DHHS and child welfare system. According to the department, they have been listening to testimony and suggestions given at committee hearings and are working to make improvements to help better serve and protect children.
It's the old statement, time will tell. Do I think we're moving in the right direction? I think we're being heard, but I think that if they don't break up the department, no, we won't be moving in the right way. I think the only way you can make the changes, and you heard from the majority of the committee today, agreed, and it was bipartisan, that needs to happen.
Jean Lambrew, the commissioner of DHHS, says times have changed and should be open to supporting the idea if it's what's best for Maine children.
We are open to ideas if an in-depth analysis says that making this change and the cost that comes with it will do more for children and families than a separate department. We look forward to the review. The bill is at the Health and Human Services Committee, and any data that show that children will be better off will convince us to support it.
Recently, Bobby Johnson, a 28-year veteran of OCFS, was named as the permanent director after serving as interim director when the previous director resigned. Senator Timberlake isn't convinced she's the right person for the job.
You know, if I pull somebody from within and I'm looking for change and they've been part of the problem, let's say, to begin with, then you don't change the solution to the problem.
With growing bipartisan support, the issue of separating the Office of Child and Family Services from DHHS is likely to be taken up by the full legislature sometime before the end of this legislative session. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Last November, Maine voters overwhelmingly supported the right to repair ballot question. Now, changes may be coming to the newly enacted law. Members of the Committee on Innovation, Development, Economic Advancement, and Business are considering a bill that would seek to clarify Maine's right to repair law regarding vehicle diagnostic and repair information. Committee members are concerned that the voters weren't informed about who would control the data and how that data would be safeguarded.
I'm very doubtful about that the 84% vote we saw. People were saying, yes, I want my automotive data to go to a government-sanctioned industry organization. I would be shocked if more than 10% knew that.
One of the ideas brought by the committee members would have been to an independent quasi-governmental agency overseen by the legislature that would be required to act in the consumer's best interest. After the break, those quick snacks we all grab on the go could have a long-term impact on our health. We'll find out more when we come back.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Welcome to the Orono Arcade, your local, affordable destination. We want to provide you with the best experience we can without costing a small fortune. Our ever-popular 9-hole blacklight mini golf course is a huge attraction. Plus, we have the best arcade video games to choose from, including both modern and retro games. We have weeknight specials consisting of... We look forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
There was a computer glitch, and another couple was allowed to check into your room.
Blame goes to a hotel for a mix-up.
It was clearly their negligence in allowing somebody to come into your room.
Exactly.
Now she says their mistake cost her big.
A whole bunch of stuff was missing. Cash, jewelry.
$1,200 bills.
If you had $1,200 bills in your room, they would have been in the safe.
Next, Judge Judy.
Monday at 5, only on ABC 7.
A Milo chef is in the running to win a James Beard Award. This highly coveted award is given out every year to chef restaurant owners, authors, and journalists who are at the top of their field. Our Jody Hersey recently sat down with Chef Joe Robbins to talk about his nomination.
Chef Joe Robbins is no stranger to the heat. He's been cooking and plating dishes with Maine ingredients for years at Bissell Brothers in Milo. Now he's in the running to win a James Beard Award.
It's been a goal of mine since I started this. Anything I've ever done, I've always wanted to do it at a high level. I get bored if if there's a ceiling on something. So honestly, it's an honor.
Robbins, who is a Penobscot native, has been working in the kitchen for a decade. Last year, Robbins was invited to cook at the Tribal Nations Summit in Washington, D.C., where he was just one of 4 indigenous chefs to attend the event. Back here in Maine, customers will travel from all over to dine on his Navajo tacos, succotash, or even a juicy cheeseburger.
There's not a town in the world you can go in and not get one. Ours is so much different because every ingredient on it is from the state. That was very important to us at the beginning, that it was never going to be Idaho potatoes. It was always going to be, Maine French fries. It's been pretty cool to see, every weekend somebody traveling 100 miles, 200 miles, sometimes from Canada, from another country. I never expected that when I started this whole trip to Milo to do what I'm doing.
Robbins is now one of 10 semifinalists in the running for a James Beard Award.
I certainly am competitive and want to win this thing. We've been doing what I would consider James Beard quality work since we started. So we don't need to change what we do, but we certainly will continue to grow with it.
In Milo, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Many of us grab a fizzy drink or a processed snack for a quick pick-me-up. These convenient choices might be having more long-term impacts on your health. With more, here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
Recent research revealing a concerning connection between ultra-processed foods and cancer.
In a study of more than 450,000 people, researchers found with every 10% increase in the amount of ultra-processed foods that someone ate, there was a 23% higher risk of head and neck cancer and a 24% higher risk of a type of esophageal cancer. Ultra-processed foods include candy, chips, and soft drinks that have lots of ingredients and many additives. Body fat also contributed to the risk of these cancers, but it only had a minor role. The message: the foods we choose can significantly impact our health. Try including more whole, less processed foods like vegetables in your diet when possible. That has a number of benefits on your health. If you're concerned about diet and cancer risk, you should talk to your doctor. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
Now to the nail-biting games that determined this year's Super Bowl matchup. They included a historic meltdown for the Motor City, a lucky ladybug, and a post-game kiss seen around the world. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the details.
This morning, heartbreak in Detroit after the Lions fell short of reaching their first Super Bowl in franchise history, losing to the 49ers in an epic collapse. The Detroit Free Press with the headline, "Super Stunned."
Inside the 5, touchdown!
The Lions shocked the 49ers by racing to a 24-7 lead. No team has ever had that big of a lead at halftime in the NFC Conference Championship and lost.
Touchdown!
But the 49ers would score 27 consecutive points, led by quarterback Brock Purdy, connecting with Brandon Ayuk on this deep pass that bounced off a Lions defender.
Launching deep, going for Brandon Ayuk. It is. Oh, he caught it off the ricochet.
In what seemed like the blink of an eye, the 49ers tied the game in the third quarter. And then a huge gamble by Lions coach Dan Campbell in the fourth quarter. He opted not to go for the game-tying field goal. The pass by Lions quarterback Jared Goff, then sailing, incomplete.
It's easy hindsight, and I get it. I don't regret those decisions, and that's hard.
The 49ers scored on the next possession, putting the game away.
But then our guys got those turnovers, man, kept it rolling, and D shut him out there in the second half, and this dude right next to me made it happen.
The win especially sweet for Brock Purdy, once referred to as Mr. Irrelevant because he was the very last player selected during the 2022 draft.
For us, it's a team sport. You know, we knew we had a half left.
Earlier in the AFC Championship game, the Chiefs' defense shocking Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, holding them to just 10 points, while Travis Kelce made history.
And it's caught by Kelce for the touchdown.
His 152nd postseason catch broke the record held by Jerry Rice.
You gotta fight for your right to fight!
Kelce and quarterback Patrick Mahomes heading to the Super Bowl for the second consecutive year and their fourth time in 5 years. But for many, this was the real highlight of the game. Kelce and girlfriend Taylor Swift locking lips on the field after the big win. The Super Bowl is February 11th in Las Vegas. It's a rematch of the 2020 Super Bowl that was won by the Chiefs. But overnight, odds makers picked the 49ers as favorites this time by 2.5 points. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day, and real human support, and answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Foxcroft Academy, Howard Insurance, Johnson Foundations, Mallard Real Estate, McCusick Petroleum, and RNK Variety.
Hundreds of revelers clad in pirate finery packed Tampa's waterfront Saturday for the annual Gasparilla Pirate Festival. As part of the festivities, a group of revelers led by Ye Mystic crew of Gasparilla docked on the waterfront to demand a key to the city. Every year, attendees dress up as pirates, and floats are also paraded down the streets in this celebration. The Gasparilla Pirate Fest is named for the mythical pirate Jose Gaspar. Although there's not a lot of information about him, the legend says he plundered ships and captured hostages in the Gulf of Mexico from the 1780s until 1821. Looks a lot like the pirate festival they have down east. Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Today's full weather forecast is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later. Alrighty, we have advisories that are posted here along the coast. That's a gale warning right about in here. And this right here is a small crowd advisory for that one small area there further off towards the south and west. That will expire Tuesday morning because of active surf that has been observed across the area. On land, though, we're pushing the snow out of here. This is the last little bit that we saw earlier this morning. And now this afternoon, we're starting to push a lot of that out of here. We'll throw this into motion. Things have really begun to improve. If you notice anything this afternoon, maybe a few flurries, but a lot of this will start to back off. We'll have the clouds for a bit, but eventually the clouds will break up to reveal some sunshine as well. But otherwise, though, here's the area of low pressure right about in here, causing some precipitation to develop in other parts. But we're starting to back off now as this thing continues to track off towards the east. But notice what's right behind it, or the lack thereof. Things are looking pretty quiet across the country, and we'll start to quiet down moving forward as well. So otherwise, though, we have the clouds this afternoon, perhaps a flurry or so if you're lucky. Things will start to clear up later on tonight as well, with a mostly clear sky on the way. And then a lot of sunshine as we head towards the Tuesday. This will be looking pretty nice, right? But even through parts of Tuesday afternoon, a lot of sunshine will be observed. Some more clouds start to approach as we head towards Tuesday night and the parts of Wednesday. So get outside and enjoy the nice weather, though. Just some clouds moving in and some cooler temperatures overall in the 20s. So the additional snowfall is done. You might notice a few bits of flurries in the northern parts of the state, maybe some slight accumulations there. But for us, so we're looking okay as things remain rather quiet moving forward this afternoon into the evening time frame. Some gusty winds reaching up to around 25, even 30 miles per hour throughout the afternoon period today as well. We'll keep those gusty winds going later on tonight as well. And then even for tomorrow, though, we're going to be watching for some gusty winds on the way, too, for a bit, but backing off as we head towards Tuesday afternoon. Our average high temperature is 28 degrees. Lower 30s today, lower 20s Tuesday, lower 30s Wednesday. Look at this, upper 30s Thursday and Friday, then cooling off again Saturday and also in here Sunday. For today, the morning snow showers are gone. Maybe a few flurries this afternoon, then eventually becoming partly cloudy with highs in the lower 30s. The north wind getting up to around 30 miles per hour. For tonight, 1 degree, mostly clear, getting chilly out there. It will be breezy as well, with that north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 21 degrees, mostly sunny, with that north wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Healing Hands Massage extended forecast will be partly cloudy on Wednesday with highs in the low 30s, upper 30s Thursday with a mostly cloudy sky, and some rain and snow showers possible for the day on Friday with highs in the upper 30s.
One brr. Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.